In the coming attractions for our next movie, the producers quote negative reviews from the first film. Then they say, "We have bad news for you critics. We just made a number 2. I don't know if you get that or not, Richard. You can take that any way you want, but they do live up to their title. For those of you who found Date Movie and Scary Movie 4 a little hard to follow, we bring you Jackass number 2. Johnny Knoxville and his friends travel the world thinking up and performing stunts that the ordinary person would say, that's just nuts. But enough flattery. Early on, they have a fire hose rodeo. Then Johnny himself appears in a bit called Knoxville and the Yak. All you need for this is a soundtrack from an old Pete Smith specialty. Oh no, where's the yak? Well, there was the yak. Then they recruit skateboard champ Tony Hawk for a bit called The Gauntlet because skateboarding alone is such a piece of cake. Jason Acuna, known as Wee Man, fits right in this one of his tamer and less humiliating stunts. Now, what I've said will keep away those of you who feel this is not your cup of tea, and that's a good idea for one of their bits. Hey, this is not my cup of tea. While fans of the first one are probably already running to buy tickets, I have a feeling these guys would like nothing more but a thumbs down. To call them crazy and stupid would make them proud. And even though there are warnings at the beginning and end about trying these stunts, I don't think it will deter some kids. I hope I'm never asked to be in one of these films, but they seem like a bunch of guys I'd like to hang around with. Sorry to do this to you, Johnny, but I had fun, and I'm giving them a thumbs up.
You know, Fred, the first movie, I actually gave it a God help me thumbs up, and I'm going to do that again here. I got to join you and give this thumbs up. You know, they call the movie Jackass, so you watch it and you go, well, what a bunch of idiots. Yes. Well, yeah, that's sort of the point. So it works for me, first of all, as sort of a documentary about some really crazy misfits who bond together in a lot of strange and sometimes kind of homoerotic ways. These guys are getting their, I don't know what that's all about, they can deal with that. But it also, I have to say, these guys are actually very creative in their own twisted stunts. I mean, who comes up with fire hose rodeo? Who comes up with dangling a guy, Steve-O, literally with a hook in his mouth? And that's one of those moments where I had to close my eyes. And they use him as human bait for sharks. I mean, there's a madness here that you just don't see in almost any other walk of life. I guess, in a weird way, admire these guys, and I'm so glad they found something to do with each other that keeps them out of jail.
And kids, well, you'll do it at home if you want to, but I advise against it.
And you know, just like the Lord of the Rings, I can't wait for the third part of this trilogy.
The third part, I don't see where they're going to go. One of the actors said, I hope there's no part 3. All it could be is a film suicide. And then there'll be an audience for that, too.